We are back with...
Tate Norris.
And what did you do today, Tate?
I got first at the first ever Friday Primal tournament with DIPITY.
With DIPITY.
Which is just a Primate and Fiendsmith engine, but it's still a very fun deck, and I'm glad I brought it tonight.
That's awesome. And for anyone who doesn't know what Primal format is, we've been over it in the other videos 1,000 times. There'll be a link to the Discord where we manage it. All the rules, the ban list, everything is in there. You can check that out, get more information on the format. For now, we'll go ahead and jump right into the deck profile.
Alright, so I guess the quote-unquote DIPITY engine of the deck, which is 3 of this.
It's 3 DIPITY.
Yeah, and 3 of this. These both are just full Fiendsmith combo. Even with this taking one of your special summons, you can still make a Wave Hiking Caesar or a Desiree. But normal summoning this also does it, and if you normal this, your opponent immediately goes, oh god, that's a Light Fiend. And that could like maybe force their hand on a Charmy or something.
Yeah, who would have thought that seeing your opponent put a normal monster on the board in 2026 would put the fear of God in you?
It's a 0/0 Fiend, so theoretically could also work in U-Bell.
Oh, that's crazy.
This might be worth considering later.
Awesome.
But that's it for the DIPITY stuff. And then we just have a pretty big Fiendsmith engine.
Yep.
3 Engraver, 3 Tract, Lacrima, Lurie, and Paradise. Play the Paradise main deck because this deck has a lot of grind, and getting this into grave for more interaction is really good.
Yeah, that's helpful too, because the games do average slightly longer in terms of the number of turns you get per game than Advanced.
Definitely.
So the traps in the main deck actually can come up that way.
Yes. 3 Engraver felt pretty good. Let me tell you what felt really good. 3 Tract. The effect of Fuse Engrave came up so much today. They were like 2 or 3 hands where I opened 2 DIPITYs and a way to get to Tract, and typically it was like Engraver, Search Tract, and if I got Tract and Engrave and my Requiem got Ashed, I'm like, okay, banish Tract, use 2 DIPITYs, bring back the Engraver, make a Wave Hiking. So the fusion effect on this card came up so much. And then just other standard Fiendsmith stuff. Lacrima felt pretty good today. Paradise felt pretty good. Lurie is fabled Lurie. Now, for the Primate stuff, pretty much standard. 3 Ether Barrels, 3 Lordly Load, and a Drill Beam. All felt really good today. This definitely came up less than the Fiendsmith stuff because this is a smaller engine than that. But when it did come up, it felt really good. This also has the ability to make a small Fiendsmith play. So theoretically, if you open either of these, you could end with this on field, this set, and Requiem to make a Paradise plan on your opponent's turn. But also, this would just be good to normal after a Fiendsmith combo, just to get like an extra piece of disruption. Plus, this can get a Light Fiend into rotation for follow-up.
Did the lock on Lordly Load come up at all today?
And not really. Typically, it's like one of the last things I do in my turn, so never really came up.
Awesome.
Now, one of the real reasons I wanted to play this deck is you get to play a lot of non-engine. So that's 3 Ash, 3 Ghosts. This could go down to 2. I like it at 3. 3 Veilers, 3 Fua, triple Droplet, and triple Imperm. All this felt really good. Definitely like playing these in the main. All these non-engine came up quite a lot, and they all felt really good to play.
Yeah, the non-engine's still crazy. What, no Droll?
Oh, nope, no Droll in this format.
That's right, it's banned in this format.
That is the correct thing to do. Anyways, now for the extra deck. We're going to begin with the Fiendsmith stuff, which there is a bit of a blast from the past from old Fiendsmith heads. You got the Requiem, the Sequence, Moon of the Closed Heaven. It's legal in this format.
It is indeed.
Agnum Day. Then you play your Fusion package, which is 1 Necroquip, 1 Lacrima, 1 Desiree, and then a Wave Hiking Caesar. All of this felt extremely good today. Agnum Day felt really good to OTK with. This card was super nice. There were a few games today where I would just summon this, and it's a must respond to card. Because if you don't, I'm making one of these, so you have to respond to this. Plus, it burns, so theoretically it could kill. It never came up today, but it is something that can happen. And Moon never really came up as well, but theoretically, if you open too many DIPITYs, you could normal 1, Link Spider, special 1, make another Link Spider, go into Moon for Fiendsmith.
Right.
That's assuming you already don't have much. Or you could also just use that to go into Sequence, but that never really came up.
Right, and before anyone freaks out, it's worth pointing out, because even if you go into Moon in this format, doing the Fiendsmith combo is essentially your whole turn.
Yes.
So you can do that, and so that's why Moon is okay.
Yeah, I think the bare minimum summons I needed were 4 to make Desiree. Wave Hiking Caesar, and like an additional one for Desiree. So 4 to 5 summons, depending on how you want to end with Fiendsmith.
So it's a little crazy, but it's not that crazy.
Yeah. So Moon, honestly, probably would get cut, along with the next series of cards. Link Spider and Spirit Dragon. These are just links you can make. They didn't really feel good. I guess theoretically, I would only really cut this, because this never came up. But theoretically, you could use both of these to make an SP that banishes on your turn. So I'd probably keep these, and I'll also just talk about this IP. IP, I made it one time today, and that was like one of the best hands I've pulled. It felt fine. I definitely would probably keep it. And SP never really came up, but felt good. But here's a card that actually came up more than I would expected it to. That is Tornado Dragon.
Yes.
I made this against Clown Crew, and I just popped some of their back row, and that like kind of won me the game. And I also played a Typhon. This card came up a bit, and it felt fine. I just didn't know what else to play besides
just
this.
like sticky situations. The Tornado Dragon's a pretty heads-up inclusion in the deck list too, because the number of monster interactions that you get in this format is inherently limited compared to advanced format. So you do actually have to keep an eye on your opponent's back row a little bit. You have to watch out for it a little bit more, because the spells and traps end up being a little more important.
Plus, the deck just doesn't really have much for spell traps. Like, theoretically, Desiree can send one, but you typically never want to be doing that. Drill Beam also is a negate and banish, but besides that, you don't really have much. Plus, you play so many 4s, you theoretically could make this turn 1 with a Lordly Loader Ether Barrel, but that's if you're going against a trap deck and value open. Anyways, for the side, this is probably part I would mostly change. 3 Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I played against Blue Eyes, Clown Crew, and Striker, so Kaijus are not really good tonight, but theoretically this could be really good.
Is that a Light Fiend?
Yeah, it's also a Light Fiend, so more Fiendsmith. 3 Perulias, came up a little bit, felt fine. And then just a couple of Breakers, 3 couple of Lightning Storm, and Evenly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these did feel kind of good tonight, having some Breakers.
Yeah, you gotta come equipped with Evenly Mash standard every game, because Enneacraft is terrifying.
Yeah, but honestly, if Enneacraft was not here, I'm not sure about them, because they only really came up once today, and it was against Mitsu, and they had great purification, and that just kind of cooked me. Yeah. But for the kind of spicy text, I had the Called By on the side, the Scream, which I played with Blue Eyes a few weeks back, and Howl. This is a new inclusion because I find it really interesting.
Yeah, not many people play that.
Yeah, I like it because it can get a DIPITY from deck, but also it has the very funny effect to banish to steal a monster with higher attack.
Oh, and with it's 0/0.
So you can pretty much steal anything you want. And yeah, that's pretty much the profile. Now this deck is kind of weird. There's no like exact one card. It just really is open what you have and make what you can with however your opponent interacts.
Right.
Round 1 I played against Blue Eyes, and they had 3 hand traps. I still was able to make Caesar with like 2 materials, and that was a very back and forth game because I just kept getting hand trapped. But yeah, it also really depended on how I made it. I think theoretically the best this deck could make would be either one of these pieces plus with this, and if you really want it, you could make this. But that would require this to not be in hand, and you'd have like a Primate or normal in your hand.
Right.
So I did make this once tonight against Sky Striker. They were a little new to the game. Plus, I was helping them learn. So I kind of this field in theory was really good, but I kind of just knew what to negate in their deck.
Right, it's similar to a lot of the end boards that we see in this format, where they're relatively minimalistic, but still put on enough pressure to make it so it's a game.
Yeah. Like this is 2 forms of negation, plus a banish via SP and a send via Desiree.
Right.
Plus, yeah, Fiendsmith, so you just have a ton of recovery in the graveyard. That's like the main thing I realized is even the limited summons, Fiendsmith feels really damn good in this format. Like, all you need is Engraver plus another Light Fiend. I could have definitely optimized my shufflers with Engraver or Desiree or Sequence or any of them, but Engraver felt super good. Just the fact that this card exists is so crazy.
Good stuff. Fiendsmith pile, DIPITY.
Yeah, honestly, I might try to run a build, cutting like Primites for U-Bell. I might try playing around with that because that could be a really fun deck idea.
Yeah, 100%. Looking forward to seeing it. It's awesome to see what kind of decks that people are coming up with for this format.
Yeah.
Well, bag it and tag it. That's DIPITY, first place.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
DIPITY.